Rhett, you and I are about to be out of the job.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Didn't we just do a video saying like, the AI isn't coming for your job? Um, and then every week there's another job that's totally being sought after by AI. Stable diffusion. You all might remember I did a video on stable diffusion, a couple videos actually, back in February about the morality of AI assisted art generation, and then a tutorial on how to use stable diffusion itself and how to set up your own instance of it. Well, the startup behind stable diffusion is going to be releasing a new AI model. This one is going to be called Gen 2, and unlike pretty much all the other AI models that exist right now, this one, based on prompts, just the same stable diffusion prompts that you would feed it, same training data, same everything else, will generate 3-second long videos based on your prompts. Things like stock videography.
Yeah.
I need a generic shot of the Golden Gate Bridge for this video that I'm doing. I need a biplane taking off in Alaska. I need this, I need that. All those websites that's all they do, all those services. I mean, we're talking like the video equivalent of Getty Images, or any of the stock video, iStock or whatever the other sites are.
Adobe stock.
Yeah, Adobe stock images, and the distracted girlfriend meme, whoever shot that picture. Like those are all stock photography. There's video equivalents to that.
Well, and you see it all the time. Like movies all the time use stock footage. Shows use stock footage, especially when these shows are shot week to week and they have a really tight turnaround.
Shows that are shot week to week and are supposed to be shot in specific locations.
Right.
And so you look at some of like the murder mysteries, the whodunits, the Without a Trace, things like that. And it's like, where are we going to? Oh, we're going to be in Boston today. Oh, let's make sure to get a shot of the harbor.
Right.
They didn't rent a helicopter, fly over the harbor, and no, they got footage of an FBI car or of a black Crown Vic driving across the harbor. And then they put it in the show, and it's like, hey, we're in Boston now. Let's go back to filming in, Kansas or wherever.
Right. Well, they don't film anything in Kansas, Jeff. It's LA. It's Vancouver.
Right.
It's Atlanta, Georgia, or it's New York
I'd
City.
say Georgia. Okay. Yeah.
Well, and that's the big thing you see. Like, if you guys ever watched the Flash show on the CW,
he's not actually running around the world.
Well, the show is filmed in Vancouver along with the other CW shows like Arrow. Whereas Star City for Arrow was based on Vancouver, Flash was based on Central City, which was Portland. And so you see that they film in Vancouver, but all the overarching shots are Portland. Yeah. And all of those are just stock footage shots of Portland.
Yeah.
There was that other show with the gal that's from How I Met Your Mother, and she's like in the Avengers a little bit. Anyway, there was a show where she was like a private detective. It had Jake Johnson from whatever. Anyway, and that was based in Portland.
Well, remember the show Leverage?
Yeah.
Leverage was actually shot in Portland.
Yeah, it was. And there's a couple of them.
But season 1 of Leverage took place in Chicago.
Oh, interesting.
And so they had stock footage of Chicago, and then they're like, why are we paying for stock footage? Let's let's get evicted from our loft in Chicago, and let's move to Portland and start doing the same thing. And so all of a sudden they based the show in Portland.
Leverage is probably the best example. Grimm was a show that was based in Portland.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told the story before, but when I was in Vancouver, I accidentally interrupted a Once Upon a Time shoot. We came out of a bar on Stanley Island, and I think it's called Stanley Island. All the Vancouverites are like, "You idiot!" Anyway, park north of downtown Vancouver, And we came out of the bar and there was like all this fog. I was like, what the heck is this? And we're like, and I see that there's these like big tubes that are like delivering this fog everywhere. And I'm like, this is what the hell? And from the time we went into the bar to the time we left, this was all new. And so we followed it, and like they were doing a whole shoot. And all of these people ran up like, what the heck are you doing? It's like, oh shoot, sorry.
Having
they had
a
like
beer?
cameras and lights.
I didn't realize I had so many.
Yeah. It was weird. It was unsettling coming out of that, but anyway.
Celica says, at least Star Trek has never reused any footage.
Yeah, ever.
No setup shots of the Enterprise. There's no possible way I've seen the same going to warp shot of the ass end of the Enterprise D 150 times.